everybody. Welcome to Sporcle Live. My name is AJ. Thank you all for coming out today on this lovely afternoon for In the Know Trivia, brand new trivia format for Sporcle Live. So thanks so much for trying it out. It's going to be a great time. Let me know in the chat how excited you are on a scale of 1 to 11. Let me know. Alright, so let's explain how In the Know works. So it's mostly trivia. You still have to know things, but also guessing based on how well you think other people know those things. So there are going to be 10 questions in the round where you are going to identify the most common correct answer, or in some cases the least common correct answer, and I'll let you know which question is which when we get there. But this is all based on Sporcle quizzes, so if you've ever taken a quiz on Sporcle.com, it's a lot of fun. Try it out if you haven't. There are a lot of quizzes on there where a quiz might just be one question with a list of answers. We take the results of how commonly those answers were given and assign point values to the most common or least common answers given. So, for example, for the first question, if you give me the most common correct answer from a quiz, you'll get 5 points. Give me the second most common, you'll get 4 points, then 3, then 2, then 1. And anything beyond that would be 0 points. And if that happens, don't even worry about it. Some of them are a little tricky. So in the middle of the game is a bonus question where we're going to ask you to rank 3 items from the quiz in order from most common to least common. So I'll explain that more when we get there, but the final question at the end, basically a bigger version of one of these regular questions where we ask you for 3 answers and we score the top 8. So the first answer would score you 8 points, and 7, then 6, and so on. So the max score you could get there is 21 points on the final if you were to get the top 3 answers. So that's how that works. So if you want to, on another device or another tab in your browser, go to sporcle.com/playlive. That is how you're going to be able to submit answers today. So check that out. You're going to need code 3748. 3748 is the code to put in along with team name. So submit your team name and that code and you'll be good to go for the game today. This is a new scoring system that we've developed for you. We've been using it at our virtual games all week, so maybe you're familiar already, but it is a relatively new thing for Sporcle Live on air, so hopefully it goes well for you. All right, folks, are you ready to start In the Know? Are you in the know? Let's hope so. All right, first question is, we asked people to name voice actors from any of the first 3 films in the Shrek movie franchise. What was the most common correct answer? Please give one answer on the Play Live website. When we asked people to name voice actors from any of the first 3 films in the Shrek movie franchise, what was the most common correct answer? You have 60 seconds. I'll see you then. Hey folks, another 15 seconds. Don't ask me why the 4th Shrek movie seems to be totally here. That's just the way the quiz worked. It only asks for the first 3 films. There you go. I don't make all the rules, just some of the rules here. So yeah, time is up. Let's get Tyler's in the back. He's scoring your answers. So let's talk about some theme nights that are coming up on virtual trivia that we have for you. So we got Harry Potter and NBA today, so get your tickets now if that interests you. Maybe, who knows, maybe you're interested in both Harry Potter and NBA. I'm sure there's overlap there somewhere. You know. And then on Saturday, we have The Office and Parks and Rec, a mashup together, both of them, in one trivia game. Amazing. What an opportunity. All right, let's move on to the next question. The answers to the first question are as follows. At number 5, everyone's favorite Shrek character, Lord Farquaad, John Lithgow, played Lord Farquaad for 1 point if you had John Lithgow. I'm revealing this in reverse order for you. Antonio Banderas for 2 points if you had him for Puss in Boots. Number 3 for 3 points. Cameron Diaz as Princess Fiona. Believe it or not, you're going to be shocked. Mike Myers is number 2 for 4 points, which can only mean Eddie Murphy is number 1 for 5 points. Well done if you had Eddie Murphy. You saw through that question perfectly. All right, let's move on to number 2. Let's see. We asked people to name the 12 Olympian gods, other than Zeus. So please don't put Zeus. He's a little too easy. We excluded him here. What was the most common correct answer when we asked people to name the 12 Olympian gods? All right, you have 60 seconds. I'll see you in a minute. All right, folks, you have a little bit of time left here, about 15 seconds. Olympian gods. Remember which ones are Olympian. Not all of them are. Not all of them are. What's your favorite Shrek movie? Tell me in the chat which one is the best. Probably Shrek 1 or 2. Let's be real, it's going to be one of those. Let me know. Favorite Shrek character? Lay it on me. All right, we got some more themed trivia next week. Starting Monday, we have Good Place and Broadway and Theater on Monday. Good Place, great show. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend it. Binge the whole thing in time for Monday. Let's do it. I'm sure it's possible. What else are you doing? Tuesday, we got Parks and Rec. Obviously, another great show. We have The Office Mash this week. Parks and Rec by itself on Tuesday. Harry Potter Newts on Wednesday. That's tougher Harry Potter trivia. Little more challenging for your average Harry Potter. If you're a Harry Potter fan, try that out if you're a pro. All right, moving on to the answers for number 2. You're right, Shrek is love, Shrek is life. You are so right about that. All right, so number 5 for 1 point is Hera. Hera. All right, number 4 for 2 points is Hermes. Number 3 for 3. A lot of numbers in my head here. Aphrodite. Number 2 for 4 points, Athena. And if you had Poseidon for number 1, then you got 5 points. Well done. If you got any points there, good job. I know a lot of people like to put Hades probably for this one. Hades is not an Olympian god. He doesn't live in Olympus. I'm so sorry. Moving on to number 3, we asked people to name the NFL players who have received multiple MVP awards. What was the most common correct answer? You have 60 seconds. Yeah, I'm ready for that. Welcome back, people. We are 20 seconds away. Get those answers in if you haven't. Multiple MVP awards throughout their career. Yep. Hades, unfortunately not an answer. Reminds me of the fact that Hercules live-action Disney movie is in the works. Very exciting stuff. Let's move on to the answers for question number... Oh, actually, I gotta tell you about Sporcle Party. If you haven't played Sporcle Party, download it now. It's free to download on iOS and Android. Check that out. It's a lot of fun. Fill your life with Sporcle, just from top to bottom. Let's do it. All right, here's number 5 for MVP awards in NFL. That's Aaron Rodgers at number 5. Aaron Rodgers, followed by, at number 4, Joe Montana. Of course, can't forget Joe Montana. We got Brett Favre at number 3. You know, like 10 years ago, he might have been the number 1 answer, but no more. Followed by, at number 2, Tom Brady, of course. I live in Ann Arbor, Michigan, so Tom Brady, of course, going to be high up there. At number 1, though, with 5 MVP awards, the most is Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, if you had him for number 1, you get 5 points. Well done, folks. All right, moving to number 4. This is the first know-it-all question. What is know-it-all? What does that mean? Well, you have to know it all to know it. So we asked people to name the characters of A.A. Milne's Winnie the Pooh books. We're looking for the least common correct answer. The least common. What did people forget when we asked about the Winnie the Pooh characters? You have 60 seconds. Hey folks, just a few seconds left to get those answers in. The least common Winnie the Pooh character. Alright, time is up. Let's talk about private events. We got private events for you. It is an option I think you should take advantage of. If you want any excuse to bring together your family you haven't seen in a while, friends, co-workers, let us know at sporclelive.com/events. Check out all what we have to offer there. A lot of opportunities for you all. All right, let's see the answers here for Winnie the Pooh character, the lesser known. At number 5 for 1 point, it's Christopher Robin. Christopher Robin, followed by, for 2 points, we have Rabbit. For 3 points, at number 3 is Kanga. Kanga. Number 2, surprisingly, Eeyore. I don't know if people didn't know how to spell Eeyore or what. Eeyore is one of the first people I would think of. Number 1, though, is Owl. Owl we have at number 1. People forgot about Owl. I agree, Ross. Eeyore is the best character in Winnie the Pooh. Well, you know, I don't know. I might go Winnie the Pooh. He's great. We asked people to name the 20 most populous metropolitan areas in the world that start with the letter B. What was the most common correct answer? So your answer should be a city, but we're looking for a general metropolitan area that are the most populous that start with the letter B. You have 60 seconds. Hey folks, my glass says beer. It's water. It's too early for beer right now. Maybe in an hour. Alright folks, cool. So, hey, we asked people to name the 20 most populous metropolitan areas in the world that start with the letter B. Let's see what they are, though I think I have an ad for you. We gotta boost it. Alright, subscribe to YouTube, our YouTube, Sporcle Live on Air. Potter Masters, we got a lot of good stuff for you, so please like and subscribe today. And come back on Monday. We have Stump Trivia on Sporcle Live on Air. I just played Stump for the first time the other day. It was a great time. I loved it. Great format. Check that out on Monday, Sporcle Live on Air. All right, let's go on to the answers. Number 5 is Brasilia, Brazil. And that's the capital of Brazil, by the way, not Rio. Buenos Aires, Argentina is number 4. Number 3 is Berlin, Germany. 3 points for Berlin. 4 points if you said Beijing, China. And number 1 here in the USA, we have Boston. Boston, home of Stump Trivia. Fun fact. All right, moving on to question number bonus. Question number bonus. That's right. So with the bonus question here, you're going to arrange the following 3 items in order from most to least commonly answered when we ask people to name the top 20 U.S. beer brewers by sales volume. So you will receive 3 points for the correct order here. So please just put in the letters that we're giving you here. A is Brooklyn Brewery, B, New Belgium, and C is Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. So please put those in order from most to least commonly answered when we ask people to name the top 20 U.S. beer brewers by sales volume. You have 60 seconds to do so. See you soon. Hey folks, welcome back. We got a few seconds left here. Put your favorite beer in the chat. Mine right now, again, water. But put your favorite beer in the chat. Let me know. Favorite brewery, favorite brew. Let me know. Let's move on here to the next slide. I've told you about private events. Really great thing to take advantage of. You want a private party, sporclelive.com/events if you want to check that out. So let's move to the next one here. All right, answers are in this order. Hopefully you have Sierra Nevada first as the most common answer out of those 3. Then we have Brooklyn, and then was New Belgium. New Belgium after Brooklyn. Surprisingly, I would have probably had it CBA there, but there you go. That's how it went. All right, question number 6. We asked people to name Janet Jackson's number 1 hits on the Billboard Hot 100. What was the most common correct answer? Hopefully you remember your Janet Jackson. Throw yourself back to the 90s, early 2000s. All right, let's go. 60 seconds on the clock. folks, welcome back. We have 15 seconds left. Bear Bottle, favorite beer, awesome choice. To be honest, I haven't heard of it. Is that the brewery or is that the beer? Football nerds, not of age. Great answer. Appreciate your honesty. I respect it, regardless. All right, so let's move on to the next slide. Sporcle Party, we talked about it. There are some great packs available in Sporcle Party. Some are free, some cost $1, maybe $2, but they're all a great time. Trust me, I've played it quite a bit the last couple of weeks. Matt and Derek's Quiz Lab, in fact, played it this morning on Sporcle Live on air. Hopefully you caught that. A lot of fun. Check it out. Okay, let's move on here to the answers for Janet Jackson's number hit. We have at number 5 for 1 point. Again, you remember that one? Moving on to number 4, we have Escapade, followed by at number 3, That's the Way Love Goes. That's the Way Love Goes. All right, number 2 for 4 points. Black Cat. And number 1 is, let's see it, All For You. Oh yes, I remember All For You. You remember that one? Let me know if you remember that one. If you put something else, let me know what it was. There are a couple big songs from her that didn't quite hit number 1. So they might have missed that one. All right, so we asked people to name the 100 most popular baby names for girls in the U.S. in the 1980s. What was the most common correct answer? 60 seconds on the clock. Let's do it. Hey folks, Rhythm Nation is a good Janet Jackson song. Peaked at number 2. So close. If you had Rhythm Nation, you were very close. All right, we have just a few seconds. Throw it in. All right, let's move on to the next slide. Sporcle.com/virtual is where you will find how you might play in the know in the future. This graphic does not include In the Know yet because it's a brand new game. We just started it this week. It will be available in the near future, I am sure. But you can play Sporcle Live, Stump, and Opinionation, all great trivia formats, all fun games to play. So check that out at sporcle.com/virtual. All right, 80s, throwing back to the 80s, the 5 most common girl names in the quiz. Jessica at number 5, surprisingly. All right, next up is Sarah. If you had Sarah with an H, that is also fine. At number 3, we have Elizabeth. And number 2 is Mary. And number 1, though, the other Jessica, Jennifer. If you had Jennifer, you get 5 points. And you should absolutely give yourself a pat on the back for that, because that is a good answer. Let's be real. All right, we have another know-it-all question here. We're asking for the least common correct answer. We asked people to name the 13 original American colonies. Which one was the least common correct answer in the quiz? Throw in those answers. You have 60 seconds. Alright, folks, 5 seconds left. Anyone in the chat born in the 80s like me? I was late 80s, but still an 80s baby. Anyone have one of those names, one of those most common names? Talk to us, let us know. Alright, so the theme night's coming up this weekend. We have, I talked about Office and Parks and Rec, we have World History on Saturday night, and Moana for the kids on Sunday. Moana, great movie. Alright, sporcle.com/playlive, well, that's the website. Anyway, let's move on to the next slide. Yes, /virtual. Sporcle.com/virtual is the place to go for those theme nights. Alright, so moving on to the answers. Number 5 is Rhode Island. Rhode Island at number 5, followed by, let's see, Maryland. Maryland, alright. Let us know if you're from any of these states. New Jersey. New Jersey at number 3, and New Hampshire at number 2. But if you had Connecticut, you would get 5 points. 5 points. Who knows? Maybe they didn't know how to spell it. Maybe that's why it's less common. But yeah, people maybe sometimes forget about Connecticut if you're not from the East Coast. Alright, question number 9. We asked people to name the 44 Game of Thrones characters who had the most lines in the first season of the series. What was the most common correct answer? Good luck, everyone. You have 60 seconds. Alright, welcome back. About 15 seconds to answer this one. Oh, first season is throwing you off. Well, yeah, let's think back. Who was in the first season prominently? Football Nerds only knows one character. That's okay if, hopefully, maybe that one character is in the top 5. Who knows? We will see. Let's find out. Alright, so we have some other great themes coming up. Rick and Morty on Thursday, and Olympics trivia on Thursday as well. We have 80s movies on Friday, along with Friends. 90s pop culture. Let us know if you're excited about any of these theme nights coming up. Let us know if you're planning on playing one of these. Sporcle.com/virtual to sign up for any of these theme nights. Do it. It's a lot of fun. The theme nights are honestly my favorite personally to play. They're a lot of fun. All right, so here are the answers. For question 9, we have Sansa Stark for 1 point. Sansa, she was, and her and Arya, her sister, of course, prominently in season 1. We have at number 3, we have Jon Snow. Jon Snow, followed by at number 2, Tyrion Lannister. Tyrion, that's right, before he had the scar and all that, and his hair went a little blonde or darker. Actually, all the Lannisters' hair just kind of got darker throughout the show, for whatever reason. At number 1, though, we have Eddard Stark. Eddard Stark. This is going to be spoiler-free in case you haven't seen Game of Thrones, but let us know which of these is your favorite Game of Thrones character, or just your favorite Game of Thrones character overall, or favorite season. It probably wasn't the last one, which is fine. Alright, we asked people to name the 5 diseases from the original Oregon Trail game. If you remember this one, it's a bit of a throwback. What was the most common correct answer? You have 60 seconds. Good luck. All right, folks, just a few seconds left to get these answers in. From what I hear from Tyler, our score guy, we're doing well here. We're doing well. I think most of us have had one of the top 2 answers from what I hear. All right, if you haven't downloaded Sporcle Party by yet, I don't know why you haven't grabbed your phone and done it. Right now, while I'm talking to you, download it. Free to do so. A lot of good stuff on there. I immediately purchased animated movies pack because I'm a huge animation buff, huge animation fan, and it's been a lot of fun. So let's move on to the answers for Oregon Trail. Hopefully you remember this one from your childhood. I know I do. Number 5, we have diphtheria. Diphtheria. Oh yes, of course, diphtheria. Number 4 is typhoid, as in Typhoid Mary, typhoid fever. Number 3 is measles. Measles, that one sometimes still around. Ideally it wouldn't be, but it pops up every now and then. Number 2 is cholera. Cholera. And number 1, you have contracted dysentery. That's right. Dysentery, no one wants to hear they have that. I'm pretty sure it was the final nail in the coffin, and you wouldn't last the night once you got dysentery. All right, let's move on to the final question. All right, this final question has 8 answers that score points. The best answer earns 8, the second 7, and so on down to 1 point. You may provide 3 answers. You will have 3 answer slots to enter your answers into in the Play Live website. The highest possible score you could get is 21. Hopefully you do if you get the perfect top 3 most common answers. So let's see the question. All right, in 2006, Time Magazine released their list of the 100 best English language novels. Published since 1923 is the year that Time Magazine debuted. We asked people to name those novels. Other than novels by George, name up to 3 of the 8 most common correct answers. So avoid George Orwell novels. And the notes, just so that you are in the know about in the know. Sporcle quiz takers were given the names of the authors for each book, if that happens to affect your answers. All right, so you're gonna have a little bit more time to answer these 3, since there are 3 for you to think about at least. So you'll have a little bit more than a minute to get these in. Good luck, everyone. All right, folks, you have about 60 seconds left as of now. Good luck with your answers. Hello, friends. You have another 10 seconds to turn this in. I'm going to read it again for you. In 2006, Time Magazine released their list of the 100 best English language novels published since 1923, the year that Time Magazine debuted. We asked people to name those novels. Other than and George Orwell books. Name up to 3 of the 8 most common correct answers. But before we go to the answer, let's talk about our YouTube channel. You should absolutely subscribe. We have a lot of goodies for you during this time. Sporcle Live on Air will return on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern with Chris, and that is Stump Trivia on Monday. So that's 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific. So please check that out. We will have more Sporcle Live on Air throughout the week, Monday through Friday. And who knows, maybe I'll see you again with more In the Know one day in the future. And you can also watch all of our other shows like Quiz Lab. That's Friday at 1 o'clock Eastern. So please check that out. All right, so let's get going with the answers to the final question. I want to thank everyone again for joining us today. All right, number 8. Question number 8, or answer number 8 rather, for 1 point. Lolita, if you had Lolita, you'd get 1 point. For 2 points, if you had Catch 22, that's a good one. Catch 22, recently adapted on Hulu. All right, number 3, not number 3, but for 3 points, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Interestingly enough, good one. All right, for 4 points, we have The Grapes of Wrath. The Grapes of Wrath. Great novel. For 5 points, To Kill a Mockingbird. I bet a lot of people answer this one first. It is actually only 5 points, surprisingly. For 6 points, though, we also have The Great Gatsby, another big one. I have actually never read The Great Gatsby. I should probably work on that. But for 7 points, rather, we have The Catcher in the Rye. The Catcher in the Rye, of course. And for 8 points, if you had The Lord of the Rings, or really any of the 3 books within the Lord of the Rings series, you would get the 8 points there. Well done. If you did, let us know what's your favorite book of these, maybe what your favorite books of all time. Let us know in the chat. Thank you so much for playing today. My name is AJ. I'm so glad that you joined us today for Sporcle Live on Air. I know I had a great time. I hope you did as well. So yeah, let me know in the chat your favorite book, how you did, how much fun you had. I know Ross gave a score a 12 out of 11 in terms of excitement, but let's see how we did at 12 in terms of how proud of ourselves we are. Let us know. Team Sugar Shoot, that's right. No more Sugar Shoot. That's an inside joke, I'm sorry. Third, well done, football nerds. Well done, awesome. All right, thanks again, folks. My name's AJ. I hope you guys take care and have a great Friday and a wonderful weekend. All right, thanks for coming out.